High on a hill in an enchanted garden, enclosed by tall walls and protected by strong magic, flowed the fountain of fair fortune. Once a year, between the hours of sunrise and sunset on the longest day, a single unfortunate was given the chance to fight their way to the fountain, bathe in its waters, and receive fair fortune forevermore. On the appointed day, hundreds of people travelled from all over the kingdom to reach the garden's walls before dawn. Male and female, rich and poor, young and old, of magical means and without, they gathered in the darkness, each hoping they would be the one to gain entrance to the garden. 3 witches, each with her burden of woe, met on the outskirts of the crowd. One told another their sorrows as they waited for sunrise.
Hello. My name's Asha.
Nice to meet you. I'm Altheta.
Oh, hello. I'm Amata.
Hello.
So, why are the 2 of you here?
It's my health. I'm terribly sick. I've been to every healer I know, but none can cure me.
Oh, that's dreadful.
If only the fountain would heal my symptoms and grant me a long and healthy life.
At least you still have your powers. An evil sorcerer robbed me of my home, my gold, and my wand, leaving me destitute.
No.
I'm hoping the fountain can relieve me of my poverty and powerlessness.
I'm sorry to hear that, Altheta.
Thank you. What do you hope to gain from the fountain, Amata?
Oh, the man I loved very dearly deserted me.
That's terrible.
So I hope the fountain will heal my grief and longing.
What depressing stories.
If only each of us could all have our wishes fulfilled.
Well, if we get the chance, we should try to reach the fountain together.
Oh, that's
At once the sky was rent with the first ray of sun, and a chink in the wall opened. The crowd surged forward, each of them shrieking their claim for the fountain's benison. Creepers from the garden beyond snaked through the pressing mass and twisted themselves around the first witch, Asha. She grasped the wrist of the second witch, Altheta, who seized tight upon the robes of the third witch, Amata. And Amata became caught upon the armor of a dismal-looking knight, who was seated on a bone-thin horse. The furious screams of the disappointed throng rose upon the morning air, then fell silent as the garden walls sealed once more.
Amata, why did you bring along this knight?
I didn't mean to.
Only one can bathe in the fountain. It'll be hard enough to decide which of us it will be without adding another.
How can we possibly compete with a knight?
What? You're witches. I haven't a drop of magic. Nor do I have any great skill at jousting or dueling or anything like that. No, I fully intend to withdraw from this quest.
Good. Vain heart.
What?
Draw your sword, knight, and help us reach our goal.
Oh. Very well, then.
And so the 3 witches and the forlorn knight, who was known as Sir Luckless, ventured forth into the enchanted garden, where rare herbs, fruit, and flowers grew in abundance on either side of the sunlit path. They met no obstacle until they reached the foot of the hill on which the fountain stood. There, however, wrapped around the base of the hill, was a monstrous white worm, bloated and blind. At their approach, it turned a foul face upon them and uttered the following words.
Pay me the proof of your pain.
Kill it!
Sir Luckless drew his sword and attempted to kill the beast, but his blade snapped. Then Altheta cast rocks at the worm, while Asha and Amata essayed every spell that might subdue or entrance it. But the power of their wands was no more effective than their friend's stones or the knight's steel. The worm would not let them pass.
Oh, what's the use? We're not doing anything to it.
Look at how high the sun's getting. We'll never get to the fountain in time.
Then the great worm placed its face upon hers and drank the tears from her cheeks.
What is it doing?
Its thirst assuaged, the worm swithered aside and vanished into a hole in the ground. Rejoicing at the worm's disappearance, the 3 witches and the knight began to climb the hill, sure that they would reach the fountain before noon. Halfway up the steep slope, however, they came across words cut into the ground before them.
Pay me the fruit of your labors. What could that possibly mean?
Fruit of your labors. Money?
Sir Luckless took out his only coin and placed it upon the grassy hillside, but it rolled away and was lost.
Well, there's nothing blocking our way. Should we keep walking?
And so the three witches in the night continued to climb, but they walked for hours more. They advanced not a step. The summit came no nearer, and still the inscription lay in the earth before them.
The sun's sinking. I don't think we're getting any closer.
It's hopeless.
Come on.
Altheda began to walk faster and harder than any of them,
Courage, friends, and do not yield.
and as her drops of sweat fell glittering onto the earth, the inscription blocking their path vanished, and they found that they were able to move upward once more.
Yay!
Delighted by the removal of his second obstacle, they hurried toward the summit as fast as they could, until at last they glimpsed the fountain, glittering like crystal in a bower of flowers and trees. Before they could reach it, however, they came to a stream that ran around the hilltop, barring their way. In the depths of the clear water lay a smooth stone bearing the words,
Pay me the treasure of your past.
Not another puzzle.
Perhaps we can float across the stream.
Sir Luckless attempted to float across the stream on his shield, but it sank.
Never mind, Sir Luckless. Maybe we can jump across the stream.
And so the witches tried to leap the brooks themselves, but it would not let them across, and all the while the sun was sinking lower in the sky.
This is folly. The stone's message is obviously a riddle, like the other trials. We just have to figure out what it means.
So they fell to pondering the meaning of the stone's message, and Amata was the first to understand.
Oh.
Taking her wand, she drew from her mind all the memories of happy times she had spent with her vanished lover, and dropped them into the rushing waters. The stream swept them away, and stepping stones appeared, and the three witches in the night were able to pass at last onto the summit of the hill. The fountain shimmered before them, set amidst herbs and flowers rarer and more beautiful than any they had yet seen. The sky burned ruby, and it was time to decide which of them would bathe.
We better hurry. The sun's about to disappear.
Before they could make their decision, however, frail Asha fell to the ground.
Are you all right?
Exhausted by their struggle to the summit, she was close to death.
Hurry, we'll carry her to the fountain.
No, don't touch me.
There has to be something we can do.
What?
These herbs.
Then Altheda hastened to pick all those herbs she thought most powerful, and mixed them in Sir Luckless's gourd of water, and poured the potion into Asha's mouth.
Did it work?
At once, Asha was able to stand,
I'm fine. I'm completely healed. Let Altheda bathe.
but Altheda was busy collecting more herbs in her apron.
If I can cure this disease, I shall earn gold aplenty. Let Amata bathe.
Yes, it should be Mata.
No. The stream washed away all regret for my lover. I now see that he was cruel and faithless. I'm happy enough to be rid of him. Good sir, you must bathe as a reward for all your chivalry.
So the knight clinked forth in the last rays of the setting sun, and bathed in the fountain of fair fortune, astonished that he was the chosen one of hundreds, and giddy with his incredible luck. As the sun fell below the horizon, Sir Luckless emerged from the waters with the glory of his triumph upon him, and flung himself in his rusted armor at the feet of Amata.
Dear Amata, you are the kindest and most beautiful woman I have ever beheld. Please, I beg you for your hand and your heart.
Certainly, Sir Knight, for you are a man most worthy of them.
The three witches and the knight set off down the hill together, arm in arm, and all four led long and happy lives, and none of them ever knew or suspected that the fountain's waters carried no enchantment at all.